Hey guys, my name is Divya. I have a doctorate in pharmacology and I now hold a management position in an IT company in Bangalore. I've been taking management exams for a while and I started this series on YouTube where I wanted to discuss how to get certified with SHRM. So if you're taking the SHRM-CP exam or SCP exam, then this entire series would apply to you. This is my fourth video in this series, and I will leave the links of the other three videos in the description box below. So here we are today. We are discussing 3 more tips to get certified with SHRM. I've already done 3 more tips for the first 3 videos, and this is the 4th one. So let's get right into it. So today I think is a very special video for me because it's discussing all the mock exams and all the practice tests that we take while getting certified. So I use the learning management system to get certified with SHRM. It is an expensive system. I think everyone knows that. It costs about $700 with SHRM. But I think that the system, the learning management system, really helped me. So here I am wanting to talk about the mock exams and 3 more tips. So tip number 1, take all the mock exams that the LMS gives you. What do I mean by that? So there are 6 exams that the Learning Management System 2020 gives you. The first 2 are initial assessments. One is at the SCP level and one is at the CP level. There are 2 more post tests. So these are tests that have 80 questions each, which is half of what the actual exam has. And you have one at the CP level and one at the SCP level. And then the last 2 are the actual practice exams. So the actual practice exams are timed and they're scored in the same manner as the actual exam. So you cannot go back and review the exam. You cannot go back and see what you got wrong. So I took 5 of these 6 exams. I wish I had taken all 6 because it really does help you, helps you learn, helps you time yourself. But I took 5. I ran out of time and my exam date was nearing, so I did not take the 6th one. My scores on the exam. So the initial assessment is something that the SHRM LMS system, the learning management system, recommends that you take at the beginning, meaning before you begin studying, and then you start studying. But somehow the idea did not appeal to me at all. I wanted to review the course at least once before attempting even the initial assessment. Please don't be mad. I know this is not the recommended method, but this is what I wanted to do, and that's the way I followed it. So after I had studied, about 4 weeks prior, meaning 4 weeks before my exam date, I started taking all these 5 exams. 6 are offered by the learning management system, 5 that I took. So the initial assessment, I took the initial assessment at the CP level, and the score there was 79%. I'm going to leave all the scores. I'm going to have it in a text box right here. Just please look at it. So initial assessment CP level was a score of 79%. Initial assessment SCP level, the score was 69%. The post-test at CP and SCP, which has only 80 questions each, I had a score of 74% at both levels. And then when I took the timed practice exam, which is scored like the SHRM actual exam, I scored 200. So the reason I wanted to share all these scores is because it's easy to get disheartened, right? It's easy to get disheartened when you look at the score from a practice exam, and that's what happened to me. I felt like I was not doing well on these practice exams. I felt demotivated. I felt disappointed. But then every morning I had to get up and tell myself that I have to solve these questions. And that's really the tip I want to give you. Yes, we have to take practice exams. Yes, we have to take mock exams. And almost everyone does badly at some point on a practice exam or a mock exam. But the point is not to get demotivated. So here is my tip number 2, which is probably even more important than tip number 1, and that is that review your practice exam. So this sounds really, really obvious, right? What does that mean? Of course, we take a practice exam and we learn from it and then we review it. But guess what? I don't think it's as as logical or as intuitive to everybody. So after you've taken a practice exam, definitely go over the exam. What I used to do was take the practice exam on day one. Then I would review all the questions, regardless of whether I got them right or wrong, over the next 2 days. I would get really tired reviewing exams because it's not just looking at the question and the answer, but sort of thinking about it in your head, and sometimes even reviewing your notes where you got answers wrong. A lot of times I felt like I got answers right on a mock exam, but then I wasn't sure of the answer. I wasn't sure whether I want to go with one option or the other option. And reviewing all the right answers where you were doubtful also reinforces and cements your thinking. So that's the way you want to go. So review, review, review. Take one day to take the practice exam. Don't review your answers that very day because your mind is already tired. Take the next 2 days to actually review your answers and learn from the material. And please review both the right answers and the wrong answers. It's going to really, really help you. So tip number 3, time your exam. So there are so many practice exams and you're supposed to time them over a period of 4 hours, except for the post tests, which are run for a period of 2 hours because you only have 80 questions. I did not time all my exams except for the actual practice exam, which is scored exactly like the SHRM-SCP or the actual exam. I know this was not the right way to go. I used to sort of randomly answer questions on the post test or the initial test and then just score it after a day or so. And I did not time it, with a set period of sitting down for 4 hours or 2 hours if it were a post test. But I highly, highly recommend that. I wanted to be truthful and say nothing but the truth during this video, and that's why I had to give this disclosure that I did not time all my exams. I was getting very tired towards the end. It's called mental fatigue when you're studying for a serious certification. But I do recommend it to everybody that you time your exam and don't trudge on this path. The only exam that I timed was the actual practice exam at the SCP level. So I sat down for 4 hours after eating a heavy breakfast, and then I took a 5-minute break where the clock was running and I had some water and some food, went to the bathroom and then came right back. And during this practice mock exam, I was able to finish 5 minutes faster than usual. Fortunately, my score was at a 200, which did give me some hope and confidence. But either way, whether your score is low or your score is high on the actual practice exam, please don't get demotivated. And for the ones who score 200, don't get overconfident, because both, sort of ruin your chances. And either way, you have a very, very good chance of getting certified. So here are my 3 golden tips. Please take the mock exams. Please use all the practice exams. Review those exams and review them somewhat leisurely, because that's when you really learn. If you just slow down with things, you learn more. And the third is time your exams. As I said, I wanted to give you full disclosure saying that I did not time all my exams, but that would be the preferred method. I hope that people are finding these videos helpful. I'm trying to work hard on them and improve as I go with every video. Please take a minute and subscribe to my channel. And I know that the spring testing window for SHRM exams is coming to an end very soon on August 31st, which is a Monday. So a big shout out to everybody who's planning to take the exam. Thank you so much for watching.